So no diagram or anything whatsoever on the ice. It is all down to pure memory. So the guys are going to be chipping away at their design all down to pure memory. So they're not looking at any diagrams, any markings on the ice whatsoever. This is all down to memory. And again, they do come up with a lot of different carvings. But again, I bet you're glad you moved now, so. There we go. So again, the guys are going to be coming out. The ice carvings usually take about 15 minutes. So around about 15 minutes. Especially with the sun shining, the ice is going to melt quite quickly. But again, it's taking around about 15 minutes for the carvings. And the guys do say this is an equivalent to a 1-hour workout in the gym. Yes, so they're going to be working very hard. But again, as you can see, the ice itself is actually made on board. So we do prepare all the ice on board. It's just normal water. But we do prepare it on board on a special rod that goes right in the middle of the ice. And it keeps on a turntable. This prevents any air bubbles getting inside the ice. So we need to prevent those air bubbles just in case we do have any in there. It can cause the ice to crack. And we don't want that happening halfway through the carvings. But again, the ice is prepared on board. And again, all the tools the guys are using, you'll see all the different tools. We're using the big ones, the kind of smaller ones. These are all their own tools. They bring them back from the Philippines, so they bring them on board with them, so they do have to supply their own tools. But again, you'll see them changing different tools as you go down. But the main tool they're using, the big tool right now, is to give you the main diagram on the ice. Like I did say, both the guys come to you from the Philippines, and again, they do all the training back home before they do come on board. But starting from a young age, they tell me that they learn to do the wood carving, which is a big thing back home for them in the Philippines. They practice on the wood carving, then go into the vegetable carving, and finally the ice carving, which is one of the most difficult carvings, obviously, to do. But again, throughout the carvings, if anybody does have any ideas to what the guys are carving, if you want to shout them out, we can see if you're correct, unless you do want to wait until the end. But again, at the end, folks, you will see we'll keep the ice out just for a few minutes, so if you do want to come down with any cameras to take any photos, please come down. The ice will be kept out just for a few minutes before we start melting away. So again, just getting the main diagram onto the ice. And for you folks at the back section there or around this section, we will turn around the blocks of ice so you can actually see the carvings from a different angle at the end. But again, for anybody just joining us, both the guys come to you from the Philippines. There are vegetable carvers on board as well, so around the buffet areas or any of the areas you do see the carvings of the vegetable and the ice. This is down to Sam and Levy, and both of them coming to you from the Philippines. So again, just getting the main diagram, the main pattern to the ice. And you'll see that we're changing the tools once that happens there to put all the different design into the ice as well. And also folks, if you look around the ship, you'll see some different ice carvings, many in the buffet or the dining room areas. These carvings are taking usually around about 45 minutes, the more detailed carvings, because obviously in the conditions we have outside with the weather, it has to be a little bit quicker, but they do an amazing job as well. So we certainly think this one could be a horse on this side. Maybe it could be right. Maybe it could be right. Yes, I think you are. I think I can see myself as well. You can have a go there. So we've got somebody thinking this one on this side, on my left-hand side, could be a horse. But again, for you people around the back area there, we'll turn around those carvings at the end to show you. So again, you're still using the main tool to get the main diagram on the ice. And again, we're very careful not to chip away the rough section. We don't want the ice to crack after all this work. And don't forget, folks, if you're doing a photograph, get those cameras at the ready towards the end. We will be taking your chance there to take some photos. So you'll already see at this point the ice is melting quite quickly. So again, usually taking around about 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes to complete each ice carving. And you notice as well, folks, the guys tend to try not to touch the ice too much. If you touch in the ice, it does cause the ice to melt a lot quicker. So again, they try not to touch it too much. But again, you need to, just a quick sweep to get rid of the excess ice. So we did think this one on this side could be a horse, on this side. But again, on this side, got any clues, folks, on this side what this one could be?
Bear.
Anybody? Any clues here?
Bear.
We've got an owl. Somebody thinks it could be an owl. Maybe you could be right. But again, if you are joining us, folks, you'll see the guys at this time. They are just at about 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes, coming up to 10 minutes into the carving. And if you are joining us, the guys are not following any diagrams or any pattern whatsoever on the ice. It's all by pure memory, so they're not following no pattern or no diagram. When the ice comes out, it weighs around about 300 pounds. And once the carving's finished, we're looking around about 145, 150 pounds. But again, if you want those photographs, folks, don't forget out of those cameras ready at the end, and you can come down and take a photo. But we'll only keep the ice out just a little while. As you can see, it's melting quite quickly with the sun coming down. So this time we've got a few people guessing to what the ice could be. We've got the horse and the owl.
Bear.
So we're guessing on the horse and the owl.
Bear.
A parrot.
Bear.
A bear. We can think this one could be a bear, but maybe you could be right. But again, we'll send it around at the end to show you on each side. So we've got an owl, a bear, and a horse. But again, don't worry, folks, if you are on the opposite side, we'll turn those ice carvings around at the end for your chance to take some photographs.
会让我有被看下来的那个。
So again, the guys are into around about 10 minutes of the carving, but again, as I did say, it usually takes 15, probably 20 minutes, and they do say that's equivalent to a mile workout in the gym. But at this time, folks, let's give a nice round of applause, working very hard. Thank you so much, guys.
For the lady, you want some drink? For the dog one.
So just touching up there on the main sections. again, for those folks just joining us, welcome back on board. This is our ice carving demonstration. As you see, the guys are carving away. They've been carving now for just over 10 minutes. And we are, just to let you know folks, they're not using any diagrams on the ice. There's no pictures to follow or anything like that. This is all down to pure memory. But again, the guys are covering a lot of different things throughout the cruise. So again, lots to remember. But again, for anybody who's interested, all the ice is prepared on board. The blocks of ice are weighing around about 300 pounds when we do bring them out. Putting the main detail, the final details in. And in this one, very careful not to chip the wrong section. So taking extra care at this point. There we go, so now it's changing tools now to put a bit of detail, more detail into the ice. I'm going to come out before I get covered in water. And also now Sam, is changing his tool as well. Putting all the main detailing now, all the fun detail to the finished piece. And again folks, at the end there you'll get a chance to take a photograph, but we do ask you to have those cameras ready as the ice will only be staying on for a little while. So putting all the final details in now.
That's Doc. That's Black Miller.
Yeah.
And at this point, extra care being taken. Making sure we don't chip away that one section. Because again, this could cause the ice